is in 10th place. She's the last woman in right now as far as a spot to the CrossFit Games is concerned. And we just saw both Emily Rolfe and Danny Spiegel put a little bit of pressure on her. It's all about, again, those 22 reps right in the middle.
That is correct. 16-minute time cap, aggressive time cap here. Test 6 for time. 20 overhead squats, 125 pounds on the barbell. Transition to a 500-meter row, 3 handstand walk pirouettes, 2 seated legless rope climbs, 20 strict chest to wall handstand push-ups, and then back on through.
Recipe for success. It was Emily Rolfe who really did a good job of managing that shoulder fatigue in the last heat.
She executed perfectly. Execution and technique will rule for the day and mitigate that shoulder fatigue.
Let's bring in Nikki Brazier on the competition floor. Nikki?
Guys, we have come so far when it comes to the evolution of these athletes getting upside down in competition. It started with handstand walks back at the CrossFit Games in 2011. Since then, we've added obstacles, pirouettes, freestanding handstand push-ups, and then last year was the first time we saw pirouettes at the Games. This is the first time we'll be seeing them at this stage of competition. Adrian Bosman making a statement that high-skill gymnastics must be in these athletes' arsenals.
Here are the lane assignments for the overall leaders in this final heat. And in lane number 10, that's where Chloe Wilson will be. Best finish so far is a 7th, and she is clinging to that final qualifying spot, and she has gotten close these past couple of years to getting to the CrossFit Games, looking to finish the job here in 2023. And Alex Gazan, 3rd place overall, and had that great battle with Ariel Lowen on Friday night. The final heat is underway. 11 minutes, 23.88 seconds. Trista Smith out of heat 3. That's your time to beat.
Keep your eye on Ariel Lowen on the left. She's got the elbow sleeve on. We heard some information about her being a little nicked up coming into the weekend with an elbow injury. You talk overhead squats, handstand walks with pirouettes. This is going to put more stress on the elbow than most of the tests we've seen.
She's got that gymnastics background though, so let's not count her out quite yet.
Let's hope it's just precautionary.
Gazan getting to work on her overhead squats. Olivia Kerstetter, along with Catherine Davidsdottir and Christine Kohlenbrander, were among the first women to get to their 2nd set of 10.
All these girls here looking really strong on these overhead squats.
Kohlenbrander and Kerstetter, first 2 into the rower. Kerstetter's at the bottom of your screen, and she at one point, it was brief, but Olivia Kerstetter was your overall leader in this entire competition after test 4.
I'm excited to see how she does on this gymnastics portion of the workout. It's the bulk of the workout, so let's see how much she's improved over this offseason.
The Ice Barrel is giving the CrossFit community $300 off an Ice Barrel with code CFSEMI. Visit icebarrel.com to redeem yours and strengthen your immune system, improve circulation, and boost mental clarity and focus. Olivia Kerstetter is your leader right now on this 500-meter row.
Meanwhile, I'm not sure what happened there in lane 1, but Emily White just got onto the rower. She must have missed several reps on her overhead squat.
Kerstetter does have a test win here. She took test 3 and then finished 4th in test 4, and that's when she was the overall leader. But of course, they went right into test number 5, and then she went from 1st down to 7th after taking 34th in test 5.
She's looking great here on the rower. You can see she's taking 2 breaths. One when she pulls the handle to her chest, and another when she grows into the catch position at that monitor.
Catherine Davidsdottir and Christine Kohlenbrander are the 2 women right behind Olivia Kerstetter. Saw Kohlenbrander take a peek at Davidsdottir's monitor. And judges' hands in the air for them and for Ariel Lowen in the blue shorts next to Catherine Davidsdottir. Kerstetter's done. Alex Gazan's judge's hand is in the air, as is Bethany Shadburn. All judges' hands in the air now as the athletes finish up their 500-meter row. The exception being Emily White, who struggled on those overhead squats. She's towards the back.
Now let's see how many athletes. It's really hard because you're lined up, ready to go for the next heat when the previous heat is going already on the floor. So you can't really tell what their strategy was, but we'll see if anybody got the memo from somebody in the crowd or perhaps their coach yelling at them like, hey, you don't have to go unbroken on the first set of pirouettes.
Kerstetter is through. Ariel Lowen is about neck and neck with Kohlenbrander and Davidsdottir.
And these legless rope climbs, those are going to be the make or break point for Katrin. I think many fans, longtime fans of the sport, are well aware of her history in 2014, legless rope climbs being the movement that kept her out of the games. And if you want to say your superhero or villain origin story was that moment that led her to eventually winning back-to-back CrossFit Games titles.
Kohlenbrander is done with her first, and Kerstetter is now done with her first. There goes Davidsdottir.
Looks strong there. You can see her just ripping down on that rope. That's exactly what you need to do. As you're pulling from one side, you shift your body weight almost as if you're climbing a pegboard. And then when you pull from the other side, you have to shift your body weight to the opposite side. And that's how you effectively climb up the rope.
Most of the athletes on the floor are through their first of 2 rope climbs here. In fact, in lane 4, Alex Gazan is onto her handstand push-ups along with Kohlenbrander.
She snuck in there. My girl snuck in there. She's got the best pulling strength here in the games. I really, truly believe that.
Ariel Lowen is now on to the handstand push-up. So it's Gazan, Lowen, and Kohlenbrander, your leaders right now, as Davidsdottir will join them on the handstand push-up wall. Kohlenbrander on the right side is in the lead, followed by Alex Gazan and then Ariel Lowen.
She's looking great on the wall. She is looking so good. I'm not really sure she needs to go in such large sets. It might be worth breaking up strategically, coming off the wall, letting the blood flow back through the arms.
Davidsdottir checking with her judge to see how many she has remaining here. Alex Gazan has 4 left. Kohlenbrander is trying to get
Emily
back up on the wall.
Emily White's one of the bubble athletes here. She was in 9th. She was in 9th, only 9 points clear of Chloe Wilson. She was the last off of the handstand walk pirouettes, well behind. And then last year, the legless rope climb event was one of her worst events at the Syndicate Crown. She was 24th and really struggled in this. So this could be a tough sign for her overall.
Alex Gazan, left side, is back onto her legless rope climbs, as is Christine Kohlenbrander. Gazan's going to get done first and now moves into the lead.
She is so fast down that rope. She is spending less than 5 seconds on that climb down.
Kohlenbrander is almost through her first rep. Gazan will start her second and final ascent.
You see her frog kick, shift her body weight from side to side, rip on that rope. Hands are nice and close to her eyes. That's a great looking legless rope climb right
Gazan
there.
is through, and she will take the lead. Bethany Shadburn on the left side is working on her rope climbs, and she'll get through her first of her final 2.
What a comeback for Bethany. She really needs this confidence after that horrible back injury she suffered this last off season.
And the thing is, her capacity was never in doubt, right? It was just a matter of being healthy and making sure her body physically could hold up after multiple years of really unfortunate circumstances with the injury and then getting withdrawn during the pandemic.
In lane 9, Kelly Baker is also done with her second set of rope climbs. She's kicking up in the background there and challenging Kohlenbrander for second place in this heat. So Gazan is through, and she'll move back to the rower.
This is what Gazan needs. This is what Alex needs to do. She just needs to strap in, start pulling, get ahead of the game. Her overhead squats in the first 20, I don't know if you noticed, they were as upright as a post. She was beautiful on those.
Bethany Shadburn is also now moving back for the handstand pirouettes.
This could be a key performance for Kelly Baker. She was only 12 points clear of the cut line in a trying to make her first individual appearance at the games, and this might be one of her last hurrahs, and to be able to secure a solid spot here going to the finale, that would be big.
Well, Shadburn on the left side of her screen, she just got a no rep, but she was in third place, now still is in third place, behind Kohlenbrander. As Kohlenbrander moves to the rower, Ariel Lowen is on to the handstand walk as well, and Katrin Davidsdottir, left side of your screen, now moving to the handstand walk, finishing up her final 2 rope climbs.
Good for Katrin.
That's the damage control portion for her. Now that she's through, steady, push the pace maybe a little bit on these handstand walks because she's one of the best. If you remember back to 2020, she held the max handstand hold for nearly 3 minutes. Was the best time out there, male or female.
Bethany Shadburn is getting to the rower, as is Kelly Baker down in lane number 9. And Davidsdottir will start her final 500-meter row. The time to beat, 11:23.88 seconds. And Alex Gazan has a shot at that. The test record's Danielle Brandon at 10:39 last week in North America East.
It'll be close. It'll be close.
We know Gazan's not going to have much of a problem with the barbell. It's just a matter of how quickly she can get this 500 meters taken care of on the rower.
She is moving up to 400 meters. She should have about 8 pulls here. If you're counting one pull, usually takes about 10 to 12 meters. So she's on the back end here, looking great.
Well, Olivia Kerstetter has now just gotten herself to the rower. Meanwhile, Chloe Wilson in lane 10 falling towards the back here. And almost through these pirouettes.
What should help Chloe is that Emily White, the woman right in front of her, is in dead last in this heat, and then just a couple of spots ahead of her, Hannah Black, still on the strict handstand push-ups.
So Alex Gazan is onto the barbell now and has 5 remaining on this opening set of 10. Then it's 10 more and she'll get across the finish line.
I talked with Justin Kotler, her coach, and they've been working on her confidence. She knew that she was going to struggle with tests 4 and 5, that her one rep max snatch is only 185 pounds. I say only. But to see her bounce back like she is today, it's looking great.
That's the next evolution of a high-level competitor, right? You have a tough finish. You know what? You go home, you rest, you reset, you come back the next day with a fresh mindset, and you attack.
Christine Kohlenbrander is moving to the barbell. She's on her first set of 10. Here comes Ariel Lowen and Bethany Shadburn in the background as well. 5 left for Alex Gazan, looking to lock up her second win of this North America West semifinal and move herself to the top of the overall standings with 1 test remaining. And Alex Gazan is going to take test 6.
You know, she didn't quite beat Danielle Brandon's world record there, but she is sitting really good. She did take first here overall, beating Trista Smith there with a time of 11:23.8.
Christine Kohlenbrander is across.
I'm really proud of Christine. She had a great, mentally struggled this last off season, and she came out here looking great. I also got to give a shout to my former affiliate owner there with her husband, Jared, at CrossFit 417. So she's got a lot going on, and wow, to be able to be at this level with all of that, it's outstanding.
Well, we will see what both Davidsdottir and Lowen come up with. Those are the 2 that Gazan is chasing. Lowen is in. She's going to take 6th place in the test. And now Bethany Shadburn is almost done as Davidsdottir gets herself across the finish line. Shadburn is in. Davidsdottir is going to take 7th place in this test. Shadburn will take 9th. And now Olivia Kerstetter and Kelly Baker trying to finish up. Baker is through. And that's the final rep for Olivia Kerstetter. And Chloe Wilson now in lane 10. is just about done with her first set of 10 reps. She came in 10th place overall, just 1 point up on Abigail Domet, 4 up on Lirum, and Rolf and Spiegel are going to maybe find themselves inside the top 10 here.
I was just about to say, this is great for Rolf and Spiegel. I mean, you know, Rolf was about 30 seconds ahead of Spiegel. Both of their times have now passed. So you have Chloe Wilson, you have Hannah Black, and Emily White all still out on the floor, all in spots 6 through 10. We could see multiple shakeups inside of the top 10 going into this finale.
Wilson is in.
All smiles there. You know, I love Rolf, I love Spiegel, but, you know, I got to give a shout out to Miss Wilson here. Firefighter, full-time firefighter. She missed last year's games by the last 2 years, just by 1 single spot. So for all you fans out there, give some love to Chloe. Let's hope she gets herself there finally this year. This is the year.
Emily White is still out there on the rope climbs, and Hannah Black is also still on the floor. So it is likely Black and White, make your own joke there, will fall outside of the top 10. And that is going to help Wilson stay in the top 10 and might help Rolf and Spiegel get into a qualifying spot as well with 1 test remaining.
Hannah's got that scissors kick. That's what she needs. It's that last little touch above the red line that really gets you.
And that's actually a very important rep there, even with only a minute or so left, because we saw a lot of athletes log jammed at that second set of rope climbs, and just getting 1 rep can push you 5, 6, 7 spots ahead and save you some precious points.
Emily White has Bethany Shadburn back there trying to coach her through this. And White gets through.
That's what White needed after struggling with her rope climbs in the past. Hopefully that builds a little confidence for her moving forward.
You could see her, she was pumped, but you know, no rest for the weary, because she struggled on the pirouettes on the way down when she was fresh.
But you mentioned those reps. Those are good reps. We need those to count for her.
Hannah Black just can't keep control. As we're inside 30 seconds to go here.
Yeah, what she needs to do here is she just needs to take a step, pivot the other hand in the opposite direction, step so both hands are then forward again, and then finally take her steps forward.
Test 6 is done. Katrin Davis out of there trying to help Hannah Black out. The top of the leaderboard is going to get very interesting, and the cut line is probably going to look a lot different than it did coming in. As Alex Kazan comes up with her 2nd test win of this competition, 11 minutes, 10.37 seconds.
It was all Gazan all day long. Those handstand push-ups were no problem for her. She buzzed right through those, got upside down, buzzed right through the pirouettes. No problem here. Looking great. Hopped on the rower. It was all her. There was not a single person on the pirouettes when she was on the rower. She got through the rower, no problem. Solid on the overhead squats and took the heat.
Let's send it down to Nikki Brazier with Alex Kazan.